Hi, I'm Debbie Lilly, and I want to share a really fun new floral company, Sami Sacha Flowers. They are out of Ecuador, and today people don't just want beautiful flowers, they also want to know where these flowers are from, how are these flowers grown, who's behind these flowers, and that's why we love this company. I want to show you a little bit about what they send to you. This box just arrived on our doorstep from Ecuador. And you'll see not only some beautiful greens, some beautiful scabiosa, some gorgeous roses. We have garden roses. Sami Sacha is very famous for their garden roses. Some ranunculus. More beautiful roses will help unwrap everything. And they also send a pretty little gift. Let's see what's in our little gift. And what I love about Sami Sacha is they are all about creating a community and sustainable farming, giving back to their employees, fair wages, recycling, sustainability, a beautiful little handmade bookmark. How sweet is that? I use that in all of my fall reading. Another fun little messy bun, getting things done hairband. I'll share that with my daughter. So you get fun little surprises in your box. And I love this beautiful bouquet. They're very known for their DIY boxes. And you can choose any color or group of flowers that you want in your DIY box. Here today, as you can see, we've got some reds and purples. So let's go ahead and show you how easy it is to design with these flowers. You know, it's September, so the holidays are coming up. And the holidays are always the busiest season of the year for entertaining, for having your family gather together. Granted, things this year will probably be a little bit different, but we'll still be gathering in small groups very safely. Look at these gorgeous red roses. Now we'll open up the garden roses and take a peek at those. You can come in a little closer if you want when we open up the roses so you can see just how beautiful they are. And now let's do the ranunculus. Everybody loves ranunculus. I love that every little bunch is wrapped in tissue, pretty little stickers. Now sometimes when you open up your blooms, they look a little sad and wilty. Do not worry. All that means is they've come across the ocean from beautiful South America, and we want to give them a fresh cut and some fresh, clean water. Here we've got our scabiosa. Look what a gorgeous grouping of flowers and colors this is. So we start number one with a nice clean vase full of water. Inside our box, what do we have? We've got our floral food. You'll want to open this up, put it right into your vase so that you can help your flowers hydrate, get some beautiful nutrients right inside so they live their best, longest life. And I always like to start designing with my largest blooms. So I think our largest blooms today are certainly one of our roses, don't you? Let's go with our beautiful red garden roses. So I'm going to give these a cut. You'll remember that we always want to cut on a 45-degree angle. That's like this, not like this, just like this. That's step number one. And then step number two is we're going to want to remove any leaves that will fall below our top of our vase and into our water. And I like to hold my blooms right up to the vase and figure out what length to cut the stems. So I think that looks like a great length. Oftentimes on your roses, you have guard petals. The outer petals, they may be a little brown. That's okay. That's because they're there to help shield the rest of the rose. So if you have any guard petals with a little bit of a black spot or a brown spot, you'll just peel those right off like that, and we'll tuck it right in. And what's going to happen today as we put these into water is these are going to just explode. They're going to drink, they're going to hydrate, and we'll just put each of these right into our vase, cutting each of our stems, pulling off each of the leaves that would fall below the water, and all of our leaves. Any guard petals, again, here's one. It's a little battered, so we'll just pull him right off. Does not mean anything's wrong with the rose. It's that those petals are there to guard the rest of the bloom. And anytime you see some of those that you don't like, you just peel them right off. How easy is that? So share with us in your comments below what your favorite flowers are, what your favorite colors are. Again, all of these are right on the website, samisacha.com. You can order up any grouping or theme or color palette that you like, and it will ship right to your door. How easy is that? So we're almost done with our garden roses. In this box, this is one of the DIY boxes, we had a beautiful assortment of 50 stems, 50 stems. And you can put together any grouping that works best for you, but I love a big, beautiful vase, so 50 to me is a really great number. Or we could do lots of vases. You could do small vases and a whole collection of them if you prefer, instead of one large vase. This would be perfect for any upcoming fall holiday. Great for a gift to take to a neighbor or birthday. Anybody who loves flowers would love receiving a beautiful little box to either DIY and put together do-it-yourself style themselves, or for you to put together for them. And especially now, it's so nice to do something joyful that makes you feel good, that inspires you. For me, playing with flowers and designing flowers always makes me feel better, and I think it does most people. What do you think, Mike? So now we're doing our beautiful red roses. Again, we've got a few guard petals that we're taking off, and we're going to be cutting these just as we did the first grouping. We're making sure we're angling the stem, we're removing leaves, we're hydrating them in water. We're working with our larger blooms first so that we get those into the vase, and we do the thinner, smaller, more delicate blooms second so that they don't get crushed as we put the larger blooms in the vase. Feel free in the comments below to ask any questions. We are here to help, and make sure that whatever flower needs you have coming up, we can help get you some answers for and some inspiration for. Red roses are always such a favorite of people's. They signify romance, love, and what I love about roses is they really have great life. They will live, I would say, a good 7 to 10 days, especially if you recut your stems every few days in your vase, which is always a great way to help extend the length of your blooms, the life of your blooms. Okay, we're on our last rose, and let's go ahead and just remove again. Yucky guard petal. Does not mean anything's wrong with the rose. You just pop it right off like that. And you can see what we're doing. We're grabbing it at the very base of the petal and giving it a gentle pull. You don't want to pull it from the top. It will snap, but you pull it real nicely from the bottom and it pops right off. All right, now let's go to our scabiosa. Scabiosa have such great texture to them. They're a delicate bloom. Their stems can bend. As you can see here, he is bending a bit, but they come with these beautiful straws. This is a sign of a really great floral farm. And you'll make sure that you push your straw all the way up to the top, and then you'll tuck that stem right in as well. Today we're kind of mixing up our colors. You could also group your colors. There's, really no wrong way to design flowers. It's so much like fashion. It's what do you love? It's your personal style. So each stem we're cutting on an angle. These don't have leaves, so you don't have to worry about that step. And then we're pushing that straw right up to the top. I'm just going to tuck them in front facing so that you can see how beautiful these are. Couple more scabiosa. Then we've got our ranunculus and our greens, which we'll do last for a nice finish, or as I like to say, a collar around the edge of the vase. I think that gives it a nice finishing touch. So what's great about having these flowers delivered right to you is you could send them to anybody. It's a really wonderful idea to send flowers, maybe instead of arranged in a vase, you can send a box. And friends, family can do this. They can play with the flowers, they can learn about flowers and farming. They can open up those fun little surprise gifts and do something that's creative and feels good, brings you some joy. So the ranunculus are such a favorite of mine because they have such great texture. I'm trying to find some here that have multiple blooms on them. This is a good example. One ranunculus stem can have lots of different blooms in all different phases of bloom, some tight little buds, some bigger blooms. So I think they add instant texture to your arrangement. And again, this is another delicate bloom, so you'll want to tuck these in last. We have a couple more that we'll add in. Tuck some right in the middle for a little interest. And let's add this one to the left edge. And now, last but never least, we've got some really gorgeous greens. The greens, I think, you could be done. This could be our finished product here. I'll turn it around and see what it looks like from your side. Ooh, I love. But I think it always looks really nice to add in a little pop of green, give it a little more texture, and also, I think, just give it sort of a finishing touch around the edges. Now, we'll want to be careful because our ranunculus are very, very tender, and you don't want to push into them, causing any breakage. You can see that as I grab each stem of the green, I'm just pulling off the leaves that will be down in the water, and then I'm just kind of raising up my bouquet to tuck these right inside. So raising up, tucking inside. We'll do that a few times, all around the edge. Let's do one more in the front. I think this really helps make something look finished. Let's make sure that's not poking right up. It is, it's poking right up in the middle. I don't like things right in the middle that are green, so I'm going to tuck them on this side instead. And maybe we'll leave the middle a little emptier. Now you could also tuck these up and inside the arrangement. You can go around the edge, that's called a cup. Again, no wrong way to do flowers. We just want to help share ideas, give you inspiration, help you know how to care for them and extend their life as long as possible. All right, what do we think? We have garden roses, we have beautiful red roses, we have scabiosa in purple, we have ranunculus in plum, and a pretty little accent of green. You can see just how fast and easy it was to put this beautiful DIY box arrangement together, and we can't wait to show you more ideas next time. Bye.